Hello? Um, I'm sure you all have heard that um, Peter Davison had expressed his opinion. He was a past form of the Doctor in Doctor Who, and he stated that he didn't think the Doctor should become a woman. I'm not entirely sure of this, but I think I have an idea of what Peter Davison's fear might actually be. I think he's afraid that if the Doctor becomes a she, that she'll be tempted to travel back in time and have sex with one of her past male selves and end up basically being pregnant with and giving birth to herself. That the Doctor might be able to continue to go on living, um, although by creating a body through the miracle of birth, um, I'm fixing to test this to see if it is possible and what the odds are, if any. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the gene combo would be, but I'm just going to look at a mix of two genes to see if the Doctor would be able to give birth to basically himself, to reproduce an exact copy of his or her own self. So, here are the two possibilities I'm going to work with. There's two genes that are alike and two that are different. So, we're going to go over this. First, I'm going to cover the two that are alike, and I will represent the like gene with a capital A. This is the Doctor's like genes. Since the Doctor will be mating with himself or herself, then the other is also AA. Now, what happens when you combine these two? You get AA. These two, you get AA. These two, you get A, and these two, you get AA. All of them are the like genes. So, with this example, there is a 100% chance that the gene result will be the same. 100% chance. Now, let's try it with it being different. That is, with two different genes, possibly one dominant, one recessive. I'm going to represent the recessive gene as lowercase b. Now, of course, again, since the Doctor is going to be mating with herself, same gene representation on the other end. So, let's do this little diagram. I'm going to use a different color this time. Okay, what's it going to be? First of all, we've got A. Now here we've got A, B. Here we also have A, B. And here we've got B, B. Ooh, it's kind of different this time. They could produce something different here and something different here. These two are the only ones that are the same. So in this example, there is a 50% chance of a particular gene of the Doctor carrying through to the child. Now, I don't know how many genes the average human possesses, And I'm not sure exactly how that would work for a Time Lord, but if it were per se 50, then you would basically be flipping a coin on a number of times for each and every gene. And this makes the odds of the Doctor becoming a woman, going back in time, and giving birth to herself not quite so good. So even if the two parents are identical and have the same exact genes, odds are child's probably going to be at least some kind of different, not the same. So I think to some degree Peter Davison's fears are unfounded, at least in this sense. But another reason might be that the Doctor is close to the end of his life. So, or end of his lives, basically. And he's coming close to becoming the Valeyard. And we all know the Valeyard was a dude. I think he's got either 1 or 2 more regenerations to go before he eventually becomes the Valeyard. So, basically, it's not going to be long. Which is why it makes sense to me that the 12th Doctor seems to be a bit darker than the others and more ominous. So that makes sense. Well, later.